Well, I had a lot to do at home today, but I wanted to get out and do a hike, so I've chosen an unusual close-in hike that I've passed a billion times. We're at Brightwater Center, which is a treatment plant. So it's a water treatment plant, but there's some nature trails, 3 miles of trails with interpretive signs, and I've actually never explored this area, so I'm hoping on this summer day we'll see some beautiful flowers and maybe some wildlife. This place is south of Snohomish, right along Highway 9, so we will probably hear some highway noise. That's parking for, around 20-25 cars or so. My understanding is that basically there are 3 sections to this. There is a north trail section. You can see there's some ponds in there. North Wetscape Loop Trail. There's a south Wetscape Loop Trail. We'll go that way too. And then I believe there's something in the middle too, but it doesn't say on this particular sign. But looks like it has some decent signage. So let's go north first. We're going to catch that on the way back. It's a loop. Lower Pond Overlook. And there's some fireweed blooming. Let's have another game of Spot the Snake. So this is a louder section. We're down here right by Highway 9. You can see the cars going by. It's also a really pretty section. It's like they're trying to grow some trees out here with these little floating things. It says it's salmon habitat. Oh my gosh, and I see a turtle. Oh, this is cool. So I wouldn't have guessed that this is salmon habitat, but I guess it once was, and maybe they're restoring it so that they'll come back again. I'll show you the turtle. I'm trying to see him here. Let's see if I can zoom in with a different camera. So this pond is full of fish and pollywogs. Some of them are huge. They have to be bullfrog pollywogs. Let's see if I can zoom in on this little guy right. There's another one. You can see his little head. There's a couple ducks in the pond that still have some down. I'm thinking that they are juvenile mallards. There's some orange honeysuckle. I'm not sure if this is part of the loop or if it's just a little side quest. Looks like it ends right here. Just a way of getting down to the pond. Get some different views of it. Kind of mucky. All right, we just came back up to this bridge. And here's a map of the walking paths. So we parked and came down to that lower pond. And then we're gonna go this way and look at the upper pond. And then we'll walk around here and then we'll go back the other way. Pretty little woodland. This is talking about the value of wetlands. Super, super important. These are some of the things that they provide: flood control, water storage and regulation, erosion control, pollutant filtration, habitat for plants and animals, and then of course actual places that we can enjoy. It's always fun filming with dogs. They want to sniff places forever that I'm not interested in. Then when I stop to film spots, they're definitely not interested. Frodo cries a lot, shakes his collar. It's always a challenge. But they're having some fun right now. Left is seating, and right is field house and walking trails. We're gonna look at both. Let's go left first. It's a nice shady little forest area. Perfect mosquito habitat. Oh, these little thimbleberries are starting to grow. Little thimbleberries. This way ends at a little spillway. Cool little bridge. It's a bridge and has a curve in it. Stream. Here's a more forested section. We're moving away from the sound of the road a little bit, but we have airplanes overhead, so I mean really we're just not out far enough to not have sounds of humanity. That's a pretty little section of forest. We found a large grassy hill here. Oh, it's getting toasty out too. It's gonna be a warm one. And it's very humid because we've had rain and clouds for days. It sure is pretty. If you hear snorting in the background, Frodo has kind of hay fever, and he goes through the grass so low, I think he breathes in the grass seeds. Poor little dude. So here's our view. This is an interesting board talking about the water use and sewage treatment needs for areas as the city grows. Right is a straight shot back, but left has trail. So let's see where this leads. Okay, this is actually much more extensive than I imagined. So I thought I was just going down this way on this wide trail, but I turn to the right and I see signs and additional trails through the forest. So of course we're going this way. Oh, also, if you have kids, there is a story walk here. I've seen a few panels, but I haven't been following in order. I think maybe we're close to that second pond. Well, it opened up, but not into the pond that I thought might be over here. Just a nice little grassy, hilly area surrounded by forest. Okay, you're definitely not going to be able to use this video to find your way around. So there's the trail I came on. There's a left, there's a straight ahead, and I'm going to the right. So I'm continuing further north. Oh, and there's some beautiful little wild roses blooming here as well. I'm not sure what this is. That looked like it just went down towards the road, so now I've turned around. I'm going the other direction. I think we're gonna head back to the middle, check that out, and then go on that south loop. Went back to the four-way intersection, took a right. We can take this little woodlands loop. It's 0.2 miles. And there's a little restroom here. Also next to that bathroom, there is a cute little picnic area. There's foxglove or digitalis. I should mention that I have not smelled wastewater treatment smells of any kind so far in this entire walk. Just pleasant forest and pond smells. Salmon berries. And what are these little green flowers? Don't touch them to find out. This plant is the nettle, and it has stinging properties. There's a big old maple. Bleeding hearts are more of a spring flower, but there's still some left blooming here. So there's the hill we climbed up on, and we had taken a left previously. Now we're taking a right, heading back toward the center. Well, this way brought me back to the center, all right. It brought me back to the back side of the wastewater treatment plant. And this is a dead end. So, I am exploring all the spurs, but they aren't necessarily all leading to beautiful places. So let's go back this way. All right, this is that hill we climbed up before, and now we're gonna go back around it and to the left, heading south. We have come back through the trees to the curvy bridge. We have come almost 2 miles so far, and that's just meandering around in the northern section of this Brightwater Center. We've come back to where we parked, and now we are going to go south. I'm just trying to pick which way I want to go. There's a trail up here, and there's a trail closer to the road, and we can do it as a loop. So I think we'll start away from the road and finish up along the road. Another little snake friend. Ooh. All right, we are about to cross the road that we came in on. And there's this lavender water pipe thing that sits here. Very eye-catching when you drive by. All right, now we're here. We're gonna walk this way and hit the Howell Creek area, and then we'll cut along here past the pond, across, and then back to our car. Well, the day is heating up, but I've got to enjoy it because tomorrow it's supposed to be rainier. Once again, down here on the south side, I might be able to barely smell the treatment plant, but I'm not sure. It is definitely not a strong smell here. Give these two something different to walk through. Oh, we're gonna catch right back up with the trail. Very nice. We've got a little downy woodpecker here. Little ladybug. Quite a large area. I'll have to put the acreage in, how much land this covers. But it's really well done with the trails and the natural landscape. A lot of native plants, a lot of birds. There's a vent of some kind up there. Well, we're not supposed to climb up this hill. Stay on designated trails. Look at all the grass seeds on Frodo. If we water him, he'll turn into a chia pet. Oh, this is pretty. We're coming up on our turnaround for the southern end. Northern end definitely had more forested walks and there were more people there. Southern end was a little quieter as far as people on the trail, but a little noisier as far as road traffic sound. So many flowers blooming right now. Yeah, this is a great one for in the winter when the mountains are snowed in, but definitely don't write it off during the summer because it's really pretty here in the summer. There's supposed to be a creek here. I can't tell if this is a designated trail or not. We're gonna walk over here and see if we can see the creek. It was on the map. Can't tell me there's a creek and then tell me I can't look at it. Very overgrown over here. Let's see. Technically, it is a creek. I wouldn't say it's a raging torrent or anything, but definitely some good habitat for frogs, dragonflies, birds. Nope. The last bit of our walk is going to be along the road. I don't even know if you'll be able to hear me, but we are going to enjoy the walk anyway. We're out of the woods now. We'll just head this way. We're going over another bridge, over a semi-wet wetland. A lot of cattails, willow, a lot of road noise. Just going up this way just a tad and then back to the trail that we were on. There's some sculptures here. These look like oars. It's a whole row of oars leading up to the sculpture up here. This. Not sure if there's a sign on it. I'm at 3.42 miles and I am just going to head up this way towards the car. It's pretty warm and definitely a little longer than I wanted to hike with the dogs without water. And I do have water in the car, so that's where we're heading. I think the lower trail would just take us back to that first pond we visited, which was pretty. But I think we saw a really good overview of this place and put our foot on almost every single part of this trail system. And I actually really enjoyed it more than I thought I would. All right. Our total meandering through all of these trails was 3.55 miles with an elevation gain of 245 feet. Pretty flat, really easy going trail. Enjoyed it more than I even thought I would. Lots of flowers and wildlife. There was a lot I saw that I didn't get on film and no bad smells, so win-win.